Hey everyone, welcome back to Learn English Beyond Words. I'm John and I have officially landed. My plane has touched the ground, I've walked off the aircraft, and now I'm standing in front of the scariest part of the whole trip.
Know that feeling, John. I'm Carol. We've already helped you navigate the airport and the flight, but today we're tackling the final bosses of international travel immigration and customs.
It really does feel like a video game, doesn't it? You're tired, you've been on a plane for 10 hours, and now you have to talk to a very serious officer in a uniform who is going to ask you a lot of questions in English.
It can be very intimidating, but remember why we are here. English is a tool for your life. It is the tool that gives you the right to enter a new country, to start your vacation, or to begin your new job.
Exactly. We don't want you to feel like a suspect. We want you to feel like a confident traveler who knows exactly what to say.
Today, we're going to look at the specific language used at the border. We will explain the difference between immigration and customs, because many people think they are the same thing, and we will give you the tools to handle any question they throw at you.
And stay tuned because there is one specific magic phrase you can use if an officer asks you a question that you don't understand.
It's not actually magic, but it is the most polite and effective way to handle a misunderstanding without making the officer suspicious.
Plus, we are going to talk about the red lane and the green lane. If you pick the wrong one, you could end up with a very big fine. Let's look at the keywords first.
To navigate this process, you need to pick up these 5 expressions. They are very common in the B1 and B2 levels, especially in travel contexts. Citizenship. This refers to the country where you have a passport. The officer might ask, "What is your citizenship?"
Duration of stay, a fancy way of asking, how long are you staying here?
Nothing to declare. This means you are not carrying anything that you need to pay tax on, like large amounts of money, alcohol, or commercial goods.
Goods. This is a general word for products or items you have bought. In an airport, it usually refers to things you bought in another country.
Declare, to officially state or tell an officer about something you are carrying.
I always feel like a criminal when they ask if I have anything to declare, even if I only have a pack of gum in my pocket.
Well, that's why we need to understand the definitions. It makes the process much smoother.
Okay, Carol, let's clear this up once and for all. What is the difference between immigration and customs?
It's a great question. Immigration is about people. They want to know who you are, where you come from, and why you are here. This is where they check your passport and your visa.
So, this is the first line you stand in.
Exactly. You'll see signs for all passports or citizens or residents. Make sure you stand in the right line. Once you get to the front, the officer is going to ask about your citizenship and the purpose of your visit.
Well, if I'm there for a holiday, I just say leisure or vacation, right?
Yes, vacation is perfect. If you are there for work, you say business. But here's the trick, be specific but brief. You don't need to tell them your whole life story. I mean, they don't care about your cat's name.
I am here to see my aunt, and then we're going to a museum, and then, no, just say I am here for a 10-day vacation.
Precisely. Use your duration of stay clearly. I'll be here for 2 weeks. The more direct you are, the faster you move through.
Now, sometimes they give you a little piece of paper on the plane, a landing card or a customs declaration form.
Yes, this is becoming less common because of digital systems, but many countries still use them. You see, you need to fill this out before you land.
I always try to fill it out while the plane is landing, and my handwriting looks like a disaster.
It's much better to do it early. You will need to write your flight number, your passport number, and the address where you will be staying.
That's a big one. Where will you be staying? If you are at a hotel, have the address ready on your phone, but remember, you might not have internet.
Good point, John. Always have a screenshot or a printed copy. If the officer asks, "Where are you staying?" and you can't answer, they might think you don't have a plan, and that makes them suspicious.
We're about to enter the customs area, which is where the bags come in. But first, a quick check in.
If you're finding these travel tips helpful, please give this video a like. We want to reach more students who are nervous about their first international trip.
And subscribe to Learn English Beyond Words. We're here to make sure your English is a tool that actually works in the real world. Now let's go get our luggage. Okay, I've got my passport stamped. I've collected my big suitcase from the carousel. That's a good word, by the way. And now I see two paths, a green one and a red one.
This is customs. Remember, immigration is for people, customs is for goods. The green lane is for nothing to declare. The red lane is for goods to declare.
Most of the time, travelers just walk through the green lane. But what if I bought a very expensive watch or I'm carrying $20,000 in cash? I wish.
Well, if you have more than $10,000 in cash or a large amount of alcohol or tobacco, you must go through the red lane and declare it.
What happens if I go through the green lane, but I actually have something I should have declared?
That is a big problem. You could be fined or the items could be taken away. It's always better to ask if you are unsure. You can simply say to an officer, "I have some gifts in my bag. Do I need to declare them?"
They are usually very helpful if you're honest. It's the people who try to hide things that get in trouble. All right, everyone, we're about to start a real-life simulation now. This is a very important part of the video. We want you to listen to the tone and the speed of the conversation. I'm going to play the serious immigration officer, and Carol is going to be the traveler.
Ready when you are, Officer John.
All right. Next, please step forward. Passport, please.
Good afternoon. Here you go.
Thank you. What is the purpose of your visit to the United States?
I'm here for a vacation. I plan to visit New York and Boston.
And what is the duration of stay?
I'll be here for 12 days. I have my return ticket for the 24th.
Where will you be staying while you're here?
I'm staying at the Marriott Hotel in Midtown. Here's the address.
What is your occupation back in your home country?
I work as a graphic designer for a marketing firm.
Are you carrying any food, plants, or animals?
No, I have nothing to declare.
Okay, welcome to the United States. Enjoy your stay.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
See, I wasn't that scary.
You were very professional, John. Did you notice how I kept my answers short? I didn't say, "I work as a graphic designer and I've been there for 5 years and I really love my boss." I just said my job title.
That is the pro tip. The officer has 500 people behind you. They want the facts.
Also, did you notice I had my return ticket and hotel address ready? That gives the officer a peace of mind. It shows you have a plan to go home.
Now, Carol, what about that magic phrase I mentioned earlier? What if the officer asked me something like, "Do you have any prohibited agricultural goods?" and I don't know the word agricultural?
Great question. If you're confused, just say, "I'm sorry, could you rephrase that, please?"
Rephrase. That's a B2 level word.
It is. It's much better than just saying "what" or "I don't understand." It tells the officer that you know English, but you just need them to use different words. They might say, "Do you have any fruit or meat?"
Oh, then I can say, "No, I don't." That is so much better than panicking. Carol, why do we get so nervous even when we're not doing anything wrong? My heart always beats fast when I see a police officer or a border agent.
It's a natural psychological response called performance anxiety. You feel like you're being judged, and because you're speaking a second language, your brain is working twice as hard.
So if my hands are shaking a little bit, is that okay?
It's perfectly normal. The officers see thousands of nervous people every day. They know that traveling is stressful. Just take a deep breath, look them in the eye, and remember, you have the tool. You have the English.
That makes me feel a lot better. I mean, they are just people doing their jobs.
We hope this simulation and these tips help you feel ready for your next big adventure.
Don't let the uniform scare you. You are a traveler, a learner, and a smart friend.
Every time you pass through immigration, you're proving to yourself that your hard work is paying off. You are using English to cross borders.
How cool is that?
It's very cool. If you have an airport story or a question about customs, leave it in the comments. We love hearing from you.
Keep practicing, stay curious, and keep using your English tool.
We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.